Good day, and welcome to Positive. I am Tamara White, your host. Positive is a positive program put on by the Queen's School. So to remember to view our channel on YouTube at the Queen's School JA, and also remember to subscribe, share, and put your comments. Today, we're going to speak with the school's dean, Dean Powell. Dean Powell, welcome to Positive.
Thank you, thank you.
Positive is your baby. This was your thought process, this was your brain. Everything went into this, everything that has gone into this is all on you. Can you just give us an idea of what your thought process was behind Positive?
So when we started this whole journey, I said to myself, what can we do to ensure that our girls still feel as if they attend the Queen's School? Because them being at home, they have no social activities. So I said, let us bring the Queen's School to them. In addition to that, in any organization you have good and bad. At the Queen's School we have great teachers, great students. But we also have students who need a little help. So I want to showcase all the great things that we have here happening at the Queen's School, and I also want to show the students that need a little bit more help that there was someone in your shoes, there was someone worse than you, so you need to hear their story and know that you can do better. You have, sorry, go ahead.
So because of COVID, you wanted to bring some form of positive vibe and energy to the school's community.
Yes, that is what I wanted to do, because it is very important that we maintain a great mental state, good mental health, and also physical health, because being at home, having school online is not easy. It can take a toll on the person. So something like this gives them something to look forward to, some tips, and also to have a laugh here and there, laugh, sing, and just enjoy the Queen's School.
On that note, what is your ultimate hope or goal through this program?
With anything that I do, I want unity. I want to showcase this school, this great school. So I'm hoping that teachers, students will tune in and see what we have in store, because we have great content coming. And even if we don't have persons who attended this school, this is not your alma mater, but you will have some form of connect because you can relate to whatever we're putting out there. So I want us to have a great program and have persons being engaged and enjoying what we have to offer.
So Positive is just not for the members of the Queen's School, it's actually for the members of the Queen's School family and community. So you're basically saying students, parents, teachers, grandma, grandpa, everybody, log in, log on, subscribe, share.
Yes, that is what I'm saying, because trust me, all I can say is Queen straight, Florian forever.
To the world. And Queens is my alma mater, so I'm very elated to be here. Dean, we're going to come back to you in just a minute, but we're going to take a little tip from a member of the Guidance Counselors Department. Soon come back. We have one of two of our guidance counselors here with us this afternoon, Mrs. Lee Sam. Mrs. Lee Sam, welcome to Positive.
Thank you, I'm happy to be here.
Since COVID-19, I find that some of us, including myself, we get a little anxious, sometimes a little panicky when things are not necessarily going the way we want. What kind of tips can you give our audience today about panic attacks, how to calm our nerves, especially when we get anxious since the onset of COVID-19?
Okay, so anxiety is normal and natural when faced with stressful situations, and it's important to know what to do when you're in those situations. When faced with an anxiety attack, it's important to go somewhere quiet and slow your breathing down, and then you begin to focus your senses. So this technique to deal with anxiety is called a grounding technique. And you begin to slow down your breathing, breathe very slowly, in and out, and then you begin to focus on 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And if it doesn't work the first time, then you just repeat the process, repeat the steps until some level of stability is returned.
So what you're basically saying is that when we find ourselves into an anxious situation or a panic attack may be taking over, it is best to stay grounded. So grounded is really a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love it. So stay grounded, stay calm, get yourself into a calm place. Focus on 5 things that we can see, 4 things that we can touch,
4 things, yes, that you can touch.
3 things that I can hear, 2 things that I can smell, and 1 thing that I can taste. And if those first 5 don't work, we try again. And this will keep us calm. I love it. I love it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're dealing with all our natural senses. Thank you so much, Mrs. Lisa. It was a pleasure having you on Positive.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure being here also.
Dean Powell, through this venture of this program, Positive, what are the hopes? What are your expectations where the students are concerned? What are your hopes for the young ladies of the Queen's School?
I always say 2 things to them, and that is always remember that they are a queen and they might be the only queen some may see. That means that in their communities, in their homes, even at school, you might be the only person that they will see, the only representative, the only representation of what a queen should be. So at the end of the day, I want all my students to be queens, to show that they're a queen, do well in academics, be disciplined, and discipline goes a far way. Even if they are not disciplined here, at least do well in your academics. Because when you leave and you realize that, listen, I need to change how I approach life, I need to be better, at least you would have something to stand on, and that is your academics.
Very true. I'm a true believer in that your education is key, and then if your education is tied into how you transform yourself in public, your deportment, your stance, your talk, just by the very way you look, it will take you a very far way in life. So we've just been speaking to Dean Powell. In the next segment, we're going to be speaking to Helen Powell, the true Helen Powell. So give us 1 second. We'll soon come back, because now we have a little segment with the nurse. We're here with the senior nurse at the Queen's School, Michelle Campbell. Nurse Campbell, welcome to Positive.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Great. Now, COVID-19 is here. It might be here for a while. Can you give us any healthy tips in terms of eating, exercising, keeping ourselves as healthy as possible during this time when we are sitting around computers all day and things like that?
Sure. Okay, now we have been home from March 13, thereabout, and you're not active. You're at home on the computer. Playing outside is essential. You need to go outside and take a little break sometimes because you need to be fit. You need to get the muscles active, working, okay? Apart from that, you need to eat properly.
What do you mean by eat properly? I get the fact that you want us to go outside, taking in the fresh air, stretch our legs. We have to do that. What do you mean by eat properly? What is eat properly? Because my eat properly and your eat more properly, they're like 2 totally different things.
Okay, so you're going to eat 3 balanced meals per day. You're going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast may be an egg sandwich, a little tea, and some juice. For lunch, it can be heavy or it may be light, depending on what the other meal is going to be, which which is dinner. So for lunch, you may have chicken and rice and peas, whatever, or you may have another sandwich or something like that. In the evening, you will have your dinner. So you can have the chicken, or you may have fruits or something.
So it's okay to eat fruits in the evening, in the night as a snack? I used to hear that you shouldn't eat fruits at night because of the sugar.
No, you can, but it's not all fruits that are possess that sugar. So you can eat your fruits. You can have grapes, you can have melon, watermelon. So you can have your fruits, and you can drink some tea going to bed. Or
what's the best time or the latest time that we should eat dinner?
I suggest 6 p.m. because you should have 3 clear hours of activity before going to bed. You don't want to eat and then go and lie down immediately. That's when the fat will be stored in the body and you gain
So you
weight.
can see that I eat and lie down a lot.
A lot.
Because I find myself eating later at night, closer to when I want to go to bed than before. So I'm really going to take that tip in hand. How about, some of our students are back at school face to face. What tips can you give them in terms of returning home? Is it that they can cool off a little before taking a shower, or don't cool off so much, don't sit on your bed, don't sit in the living room settee because you're coming off the road? What tips can you give us about keeping our families safe, considering that we are now out of the home?
Okay, so when you're at school or on the road, you're exposed to a lot of germs. So when you get home, the first thing you should probably do is take off your clothes that you wore on the road, because you don't want the germs going onto your bed or on other surfaces. Okay, when you do that, you can just cool on for 5 minutes and then go and take a shower.
Okay, thank you, nurse. So what you're saying is we need to get outside, stretch our legs, taking some of that vitamin D. Eat properly, at least 3 meals a day, and don't forget to snack on your fruits and nuts. Nuts are really good.
Yes.
When you get off the road, get out of those clothes, take a shower as quickly as possible, and that way we keep our home safe, and we keep ourselves safe. Thank you, nurse. And let us say nurse is a queen here because she's also a past student of the Queen's School. Thank you, Nurse Campbell, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. But in this segment, we're not going to be speaking to Dean Powell. We want to speak to the true person behind the Dean, Helen Powell. So Helen, welcome to Positive.
I'm happy to be here.
And I'm happy that you are here. This segment is to know the person without the Dean cap on, right? So we're just going to ask some personal questions to get to know Helen in like 5 minutes. What is your favorite fast food meal?
Well, I must say I'm a foodie. I love KFC, famous for barbecue, famous for. But I also love Popeyes, and I love Wendy's, their wraps. So I would say I love all fast food. I'm a foodie.
So based on that, I can say that food makes you happy.
Food makes me happy.
What else makes you happy, and what possibly could make you sad?
Okay, so my family, they make me happy. I must say 2020 was one of my best years. I was introduced to so many wonderful people that make me sing. It makes my heart sing. So I'm very grateful. My family makes me happy. And currently, I've met a lot of wonderful girls here. And my girls are my happiness. They may not believe it, but when I see them doing a lot of great things, they are my happiness.
Okay, so your family, your school family, meeting new people, and food, that's what makes you happy.
Yes.
What makes you sad, if anything actually does?
I try to always have a positive outlook. However, currently too, what makes me sad, and it makes me really sad, is when I see my students, because I spend a lot of my time with my girls at school.
Yes.
So they impact my life whether they like it or not, or
whether
know
you like it or not.
exactly, or they know it or not. So when I see my girls going downhill, and even though I try so hard, it's like I'm not getting to them. I'm a person, I'm a human, and I love them like my own. You have many that can tell you the relationship that I have with them, teacher-student. So when I feel as if I'm not getting to them, I'm really sad.
I hear it in your voice, and this question comes because of how passionately you speak about the relationship that you have with the students, the connection. Was teaching your passion? I mean, did you see yourself in this position a couple of years ago, probably when Helen was 17, 18, 19, blossoming into a young lady to find out what she's actually going to do with her life? Did you see yourself standing in front of a classroom, mentoring, counseling, disciplining children?
Not at all.
Wow.
I didn't even go to school, and I didn't even do education at school. So I just feel like I was destined to be at Queen's as a Dean of Discipline, because it was far. It wasn't in my thought process to be in a school and being a Dean of Discipline.
I must say, God has a way of putting us where our purpose truly lies.
I believe so too, and it has been a wonderful experience. I have my downtimes, but it has been a wonderful experience, and I must say again, the Queen's School, and I say this without any apologies, the Queen's School has the best girls in Jamaica and the world.
No apologies necessary. I'm right there with you. I'm a product of the Queen's School, a very proud product of the Queen's School, and we will always wear our crowns.
Yes, and
fitted properly on top of our heads.
Okay, and if I may say, for example, videoing, recording Positive right now, we have a queen. We have one of our students in sixth form, and she's Damelia Coleman. And when you can have girls that you can pull to do a lot of things, it makes you happy. It makes you see that you're doing something at wherever you are. And trust me, it's a great feeling. When they're doing wonderful things, it's a great feeling. I could call so many names, but I don't want to pinpoint anybody and leave out anybody. But my girls just know I love you. My girls, my special girls know me. So just know I love you and I care about you, and keep doing great things on the outside. And remember to come back on the inside and help us to mold more lives.
Great. All right, still keeping it on a personal note. We don't want to go over too much in Dean Powell again. If you could take a trip anywhere in this world, where would you go?
I really love Africa. That's my favorite continent. I could go to Africa and travel around Africa. Country hop. I really like Africa. They have a wonderful culture. In terms of even discipline, I know we're not going back to the Dean land, but if we might say, in terms of discipline, if you look how they operate in many instances, even when the world goes into that continent, they never change their traditions.
Yes.
They keep it how it is, and that's what makes Africa the beauty that it is.
You're really passionate about a lot of things. You're passionate about KFC and Popeyes, and now I hear the passion about Africa. You're passionate about your students. So pretty much anything you put yourself into, you're pretty passionate about it.
Of course, and I must say, if you're not passionate about what you do, you will not do it great. And when I'm in education, I'm molding lives. If I'm not passionate about my girls, I'm not passionate about my job, then this is not where I need to be. I need to find my passion so I can do my best and be the best And as how I would want my girls to be their best self, I need to be my best self in whatever I do, because remember, I am the example.
True words. Very true words. One last personal question. Let me see how I'm going to phrase this one.
Tread softly.
How would your friends describe you? True now. How would your friends describe you? I mean, if you ask the students here, probably if you ask the teachers, let me go by teachers first. If you ask the teachers, you know, Miss Powell, what do you think about her? Oh, you know, she walks upright. She's always, you know, wanting to do something more and motivate. If you ask the students, Dean Powell is strict, you know, but is somebody you can talk to. Is it the same with your friends? And I want the truth, because I don't have none of your friends here to really ask them. But how would your friends describe you?
They would say, first they would say I'm loyal. I'm loyal to my friends, very loyal. And I'm caring, I'm creative. Ask them about their birthdays. Ask them about their birthdays or any special occasion. And they would also say, boy, Helen loved the excitement. She loved the excitement. And in addition to that, they will say, I take all their children as my own. They're my daughters. I have no sons. I don't even have one son. All girls. So I take their children as mine, and they will say I'm fun. And I'm easy to deal with, I'm easy to talk to. And my circle hasn't changed in a long time.
That's good. That's a great point. You know, that you're still with people who truly know you, love you for who you are. And that is what we want here, you know, for our girls to be who they truly are, so that they can shine on their own, because every student is a star, especially here at the Queen's School. Thank you, Helen, and thank you, Dean Powell, because you know that ego part have to come in now, the alter ego, Dean Powell, and there are other aspects of Dean Powell that you will learn as we go along through this program. Thank you, Helen. Thank you for Positive, and thank you for being here on Positive. Welcome back to Positive. You're here with Nurse Gibbons this afternoon. Nurse Gibbons is one of the newest members of the Queen's School staff, and she's here with a little exercise routine for us. Remember, staying fit during COVID-19 is essential for health and strength. Good afternoon, Nurse Gibbons. Welcome to Positive. What are you going to do with us this afternoon?
Good afternoon. I'll be teaching the dance Sukwe by Dean Powell. Okay, so the instruction is you act like you're calling someone, then you run them, and you move your feet while doing it. Okay, let's go.
Okay, you ready for this? Selector, play ding dong, go ahead. Thank you, Nurse Gibbons. Nurse Gibbons just showed us the steps to go by Ding Dong. We know that exercise is essential. We also heard from Dean Powell today how she's passionate, and everything that she does, she pushes passion into it. The students here sometimes refer to her as Dean Ravers. So, come in, Dean Ravers. Let's see what you can do. Dean Ravers isn't the only one who can dance. Nurse Gibbons isn't the only one who can dance. This was Positive by the Queen's School. Catch us on YouTube at the Queen's School JA. And remember, share, subscribe, and comment. See you next time on Positive.